Up the pipe!
I'm a slacker for multiple reasons right now. I've had a massive sleep in. I've woken up and there's already 2 VFL reviews already done by Swoop Luke and Pies Footy. And I've also done the VFL report without knowing that I haven't got my microphone plugged in. So this is technically a take 2. Not a good start to my day here. I was going to do this VFL Round 18 report, talking about the game, dissecting the game and whatnot. 4 Premiership players here, 4 returns: Jordan De Goey, Bobby Hill, Billy Frampton, and Finn McRae. Also the debut of Tom Mcguin in Pies VFL side. With how the game panned out, I think it's pretty clear that this is going to be more focused on looking at our AFL listed players in this game, particularly the returns. Who's going to be up for senior selection next week? Who needs more time in the VFL? Who's developing well? You name it. There was 13 AFL listed players, I guess, listed or named in this game. Roan Steele was a late out. He will now be the carryover emergency for the game against Richmond today. So maybe expect a late out there. Oleg Markov also the carryover emergency. So 4 Premiership players in this VFL game. Again, Tom McGuan's debut. The game result, almost irrelevant. Sorry. We lost by 6 goals, 10-10, 70 to Frankston, 16-10, 106. Congratulations are in order to Frankston, one of their biggest home and away games, or biggest win in their recent history. 6-goal win. They cement themselves inside the top 6. Collingwood now fall to 7th. So top 4 spot goes missing, particularly with other results going our way. So we're not even guaranteed for top 10 still. I keep harping on about that, but I feel like we should be okay. We do play Port Melbourne in the final round, plus playing Williamstown next week. That's a massive game in the VFL, a massive week, massive day of footy next week. But in terms of this game against Frankston, first quarter, we looked pretty good. We were up by 16 points at quarter time. Just couldn't execute. We missed a lot of simple set shots, dropping easy marks, attacking the corridor. The pressure was on from both sides, particularly the Dolphins. Just couldn't execute well. Jordan De Goey, Finn McRae, Bobby Hill kicking 2 goals, Ash Johnson kicking a goal, and then giving away a free kick as well. But it'll be funny there. But everything looked good at quarter time, and then the second quarter happened, and particularly the third quarter as well. Frankston, they turned up the pressure. Well, they turned the chicken up. We couldn't execute. The chemistry was off, and I think that's because we had players coming back from injuries and just trying to get themselves settled into this game, and also building on their fitness and confidence and performance and whatnot. So this game, as it panned out, it was no longer about if we were going to win the game. It was more about how we got through the game unscathed. Not one Collingwood AFL listed player had over 75% disposal efficiency in this game. Oscar Steen with 71.4%, and they kicked a goal after the siren. Will Hayes, 70% disposal efficiency from just 10 disposals. Everyone else just didn't look good in this game. It was wet weather conditions in Frankston, so not exactly the best conditions to play in, and also a hostile environment. 5,500 people there. It was a lockout in the end. The hostile environment across the board, from Collingwood fans, from Frankston fans, you name it. Bobby Hill was copping it. Jordan De Goey was copping it. Jordan De Goey, he wasn't tagged, but the Dolphins players, they were into him from the start. They were into Bobby Hill from the start as well. And it was just a game where our talls just couldn't get into the game. Cox, Steen, they had solid games in the ruck, but that was it. Noah Howes, Ash Johnson just couldn't get themselves into the game, particularly against Frankston's tall forwards. Billy Frampton, I thought, had a particularly poor game by his standards, but do not be surprised if Billy Frampton returns to the senior side next week. I have a theory on that as well. Love my theories, but there was a rugby union game Saturday night, the MCG, wet weather conditions there, so maybe the ground's going to be extremely heavy, bogged as well, so doesn't suit someone returning from a calf strain, and also Jordan De Goey as well. I'll display the player stats here. Jordan De Goey, 19 disposals, 5 tackles, 3 inside 50 entries, and a couple of clearances as well. He was rested 20-minute mark into the final quarter, and Bobby Hill as well. So I was surprised by that. I thought they'd be rested at 3-quarter time or early fourth quarter. They basically played the full game, technically. Bobby Hill, 3 goals. Surely he's playing against Brisbane next week. Jordan De Goey will likely play the Williamstown game next week, VFL. My theory on that is he'll play a half or up until 3-quarter time and then be rested. I wouldn't be surprised if Jordan De Goey returns to the AFL side against Hawthorn off a 5-day break as the sub, and then he'll play a full game against Adelaide. But the goal is Jordan De Goey returns or plays a full AFL game by round 24. I also think Billy Frampton gets called up next week. Now, his performance here wasn't that good, but he got through the game unscathed. That's all we needed. Finn McRae also returning, got through the game unscathed, played very well, 25 disposals, 5 tackles, 6 score involvements, kicked a good goal in the final quarter. Other performances, I won't mention everyone, but Will Parker, 20 disposals, intercepting well. His kicking efficiency did let him down here. Demartia, 18 disposals, all the stars returning, so he took a backward step in this game. Steen and Cox playing well in the ruck. It was against Frankston, so they had to win the ruck battle there. They're up against Williamstown next week. That's against Tom Downey. That's a former AFL-listed player, so a good battle there for Oscar Steen. Steen kicking a late goal. Ash Johnson kicked a goal early, then gave away a free kick. Noah Howes, he was involved heavily in the first half. 11 disposals, kicked it behind, 6 score involvements. He was trying to get other players involved as well. I feel like Noah Howes needs to be a little bit more selfish. You've got to get that balance right. I know he's only just recently come into Collingwood side, so needs a full pre-season, but he looks the player. And Joel Cochran, Will Hayes played at the game as well. This game also saw the debut of Tom Mcguin, father-son player. He'll be drafted by us next year unless we decide not to opt to draft him, but we'll get the draft points for him. That's another video for another time. Tom Mcguin only had 4 disposals, but kicked a goal in the third quarter. Needs a bit of time to develop against big-bodied adults. So don't be surprised if we draft Tom Mcguin and then debuts in the VFL next year. Not debuts in the VFL next year, but has time in the VFL before he gets his senior debut next year, or might be 2027 for that matter. I thought Doug Kerr played better against adults a few weeks ago, so that goes to show where Tom Mcguin's at. Still a decent player for the Western Jets. Very good ball user, just couldn't get involved in this game, unfortunately, but Mick Mcguin presenting the jumper to his son. Good to see. Hopefully he does that at AFL level next year. So that was basically it. 12 AFL listed players, Tom Mcguin's debut. We go down by 6 goals. Congratulations again to Frankston. I'm a massive supporter of the standalone teams in the VFL. Williamstown, Frankston, to a lesser extent Southport. I know they're up in Queensland, but the standalone sides, if it's not Collingwood winning, I hope it's a standalone side. Werribee winning it last year. Coburg's going back up the ladder. The Bull Ants, they're doing their thing. Maybe not so much Port Melbourne, but they're an established team, Port Melbourne. But yeah, standalone teams, that's what we need in the VFL. I am waffling on for now, but I'll end this video just on the final word on Collingwood v Richmond today. You're seeing results this round so far. The Dogs winning by 93 points. Gold Coast making a statement win. Now, that's a massive statement win over Brisbane. 11-goal win there. Freo winning by 49 points over the Eagles. The Cats winning by 101 points. And Adelaide winning by 98 points over Port Adelaide. Can we get a piece of that big win pie? Hopefully. I don't think it's going to be the case, but this needs to be a straightforward win. I keep saying it, a straightforward win over Richmond. If we win this game, I'll do the recording Sunday night, upload it Monday morning. If we lose, it will probably be reactionary. I might come home, have a shave, have a shower, or shower, then shave. I don't know. That's where my mind's at right now. I'm a slacker. I am a slacker right now. I'll stop the waffling. I've got to get this uploaded at a certain time because there's no trains heading into the city for me. So hope you guys have had a good week so far, or good weekend so far. Please be well. Please be safe. Magpies out.
Up the pies!